This is the Yamaha Raider, and this is one of the coolest motorcycles on the planet. Let me tell you guys all about it. Guys, this video is brought to you guys by Rokform, one of the best motorcycle foam mounts I've ever seen. Also comes with a killer case that's got a magnet thing on the back, so if you have to, you put it on the tank. But the better thing is to snap it into the Rokform mount. Best foam mount I've ever seen. Go check them out at rokform.com. Use promo code Srkcycles25 to get 25% off your next purchase. So the definition of a raider is a person who attacks an enemy on their own territory. And that is perfect for this motorcycle. This thing was specifically made to attack Harley-Davidson in the category of motorcycles that Harley-Davidson does best. This motorcycle is made to compete with the Harley-Davidson Softail, and it competes with the Harley-Davidson Softail in the most American way possible. Bigger is better. Where not just only is the bike bigger, but the most important part about it is the engine is bigger. When the Yamaha Raider came out in 2006, the Harley-Davidson Softail of its time had an 88 cubic inch motor that put out 62 horsepower and 78 foot-pounds of torque. This thing has a 113 cubic inch motor and puts out 95 horsepower and 125 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is so much bigger than the Harley-Davidson ones that the next generation is being a 96 cubic inch, this is still bigger. The next generation of Harley-Davidson, a 103 cubic inch, this is still significantly bigger. This was still bigger than their Harley-Davidson CVO 110. It was not until Harley-Davidson started doing a CVO 114 engine that they actually got bigger than this, and that was like a decade and a half later. The 1900cc engine in the Raider was specifically designed for optimum torque at 2,500 RPMs and has forged pistons and a hemispherical head design. So yeah, it's got a Hemi. Now the ergonomics of the Yamaha Raider kind of bring it back to that classic like chopper days, except for the big difference between this and a chopper is you can actually ride this for more than 5 minutes, and the chopper you really can't. It's very comfortable. This has pegs instead of floorboards. You kick your feet up. It's not a very aggressive stance like the V-Rod is. It's fairly laid back. It's just a really comfortable bike to ride. Now the Yamaha Raider is one of 3 motorcycles that shares the same power plant. You got the Raider, you got the Roadliner, and then you got the Stratoliner. All are amazing, awesome, beautiful motorcycles. I probably like the Stratoliner the best, and all are very well known to do hundreds of thousands of miles on these engines with minimal maintenance. Just very good, reliable engines. You almost never see them leak oil also. Now between those 3 motorcycles, these are one of my most favorite motorcycles. I do plan on getting one for myself personally. There's only one way to show you the best things about this bike. Let's take it for a spin. All right, guys, before we do that test drive, let's bust out some words of wisdom with some wisdom literature. Proverbs 10:11. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. That's so true. Now, if you've ever wondered, all these bikes, all these 1900s, they all start really, really slow. I used to think that it was that all my batteries were dead, and then I would charge them up, and that's just how they are. They crank over really slow, and it's a little nerve-wracking. This battery might be a little bit low, but it is kind of nerve-wracking because you got a big engine. You don't want to push it. You're not going to want to pop start it. Let me show you that thing I was talking about. Wait for it. Wait for it. Haha, such a fun bike. Now this is going to be in the category of the muscle cruiser, and Yamaha did it well. I'm 6'2", I feel very comfortable on this bike. It's not the lightest bike out there, nor is it the heaviest. What a good sound too. Some characteristics of a muscle cruiser or a muscle bike is just, let's just throw a giant motor. Let's throw a large engine into a fairly regular motorcycle. And that's exactly what they did, and it is a blast to drive. And the way you drive it is, you drive a muscle cruiser differently than you drive a normal motorcycle. A normal motorcycle, you casually go from stoplight to stop sign or town to town. Not with a muscle cruiser. A muscle cruiser, every stoplight, doesn't matter if anyone's around, is another place for you to drag race yourself or whatever you can see that's near you. Every single stoplight, you race from stoplight to stoplight, from telephone pole to telephone pole, from town to town. That is how you ride one of these motorcycles. And the entire time, you're smiling ear to ear, glad that you spent your hard-earned money on a motorcycle. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that telephone pole. You want to race? Love it. Ah! Bug hit me right in the cheek. That right there, that hurt. Actually, I saw a video. I saw a picture of a guy that had a stone hit him right in the cheek, and it got stuck. Put a big like hole in his cheek. It's pretty horrible. That was a bug. That hit me in the cheek. If I was not wearing protective sunglasses, that could have hit me in the eyeball. That could seriously injure you guys. Always, I think it's for most states it's mandatory. It's like a law to wear sunglasses or some type of glasses while you ride a motorcycle, and it should be because that makes sense. I'm gonna stop up here. The bushings on this handlebar's a little crooked. I'm gonna straighten them out. There we go.